that's unscripted on how why I think dreams are weird by me, Cassie, or Cass. You can switch between the two. I really don't care. So yeah, let's get into it. Number one, they're like AI. So, collects our data. So, basically, you know how AI kind of collects our data and sees how all the stuff that we do, especially with artists on Instagram. I think Instagram has this thing where if you post any of your art, you have like given it full permission for them to collect the thing and like go, okay, this is how we can make AI get better at art, which sucks. So it collects our data, and by collecting our data, it's our subconscious. So it collects the data from our subconscious in a way. So that's how it's kind of like AI. And also, how did my brain come up with this? Because most of the time, I feel like it's just weird crap that's mixed together, like the images shown below. Like, I feel like this is mainly just my dreams half the time. Very, like, weirdcore stuff. I mean, not exactly. It's not exactly like that, but those are just examples of images of, like, how I feel. Um, I mean, I can kind of have normal dreams, I guess, but most of the time it just goes from going like, okay, this looks like a very believable dream, and then to why did I just teleport to the doctor? Like, what the heck? Anyways, that's slide one. So let's go to slide two. So it's kind of like a video game, in my opinion. Cause first of all, you're beta testing this video game. Like when you have a dream, I see it as you're beta testing. It can kind of depend on your dream. Um, but even then, if you have like a normal dream and then you wake up and you're like, that was very believable, that could still kind of be a video game. But also, there's lots of bugs, especially when you're talking to people and they just like don't act right. Especially when you can be talking to someone in a dream and then they go like, oh, you're like, this is just a dream, it's not real, and then they say, how do you know that? And then you like wake up. I feel like that could be a type of bug, and so is teleporting to a random spot and just kind of glitching out and everything looking very warped and weird. Also, there's no multiplayer mode, and I'm kind of mad about this. I feel like you should be able to have dreams with your friends. And because I think that'd be really cool. Like, you know what, guys? Let's have a nightmare together. That'd be so fun. Like, and then you guys can defeat whatever is happening in the nightmare or something. Yeah. Also, there's usually random NPCs. Like, I feel like most of the video games look like this, like just very low poly. And the random NPCs half the time are the people you're talking to in the dream and stuff. Yeah, I just feel like it looks like this, like most of the time. Yeah, anyways. So, the thing is, dreams can be cool. Such as, some can be like absolute cinema. Where, have you ever got that feeling where you just woke up from a dream and you're like, dang, that was the coolest dream I ever had? And then you completely forget about it. I feel like that's a pro. Like, sorry, not a pro. I feel like that's a con about dreams. Like, you will have the best dream of your life, and maybe there's a slight chance you remember it, but then you wake up and you're like, huh, that was a nice dream. Wait, what even happened? And that bothers me so much. But anyways, then you can, there are some dreams where you're like, this is an awesome story idea. Like, I have had dreams where I just made characters and then I was like, since I had this dream, I'll just make their story this. And I think that's also how Avatar was created, like the movie. I think it was the creator had a dream about like an Avatar like world, and then he was like, okay, well this is gonna be a cool movie, and yeah. Also, other notes. I think other notes is that there are dreams where you just like genuinely have fun, and I really like those dreams. But anyways, lucid dreaming. And no, I'm not talking about lucid dreams from Juice WRLD. I'm talking about where you have the ability to control your dreams. And I think that is so freaking cool. But it's also kind of like, it can kind of be scary in a way. Like, how am I doing this? I feel like you're not supposed to gain consciousness during a dream, and there's only like a few times where you can actually lucid dream, because sometimes they'll be like, wait a second, this would not happen in real life. I'm in a dream, and then I just like, and then the dream slowly fades away, and I wake up. So yeah, but like lucid dreaming is kind of cool. I don't know. I don't know. I can like stop time. I can fly and stuff. It just like kind of whimsical, you know. And nightmares, bro. Why are nightmares low-key traumatizing? I why do I remember nightmares more than I actually remember good dreams? There are nightmares that I remember from like when I was 3, and I still remember them. There was this one. I used to have a major fear of clowns when I was little, and I had this dream where I was in my like I was in this room at my old house, and I was playing like with my toys, or I think I was watching a Cartoon Network show, and then clowns started like coming out of the walls, and then I go over to my parents in like the living room, and I say, there's clowns going everywhere or something. Like, I don't know, I said something like that, and they're just like watching TV, and they stare at me and they don't even say anything, and then there's just like casually clowns here. I'm like, bro, what the heck? And then I woke up and I was like really scared. Why is my brain like this? This might not be in a reference to slide 2, but why does my brain think these things? Why am I like, where in the world am I going, you know what, let's just scare myself while I go to sleep, even though I'm going to be really busy tomorrow, so I probably should have some energy. But yeah, anyways, conclusion. Dreams are like a 7 out of 10. Actually, maybe like a 6. I don't know. Dreams are cool. Not Dream though, like the YouTuber. He's not cool at all. Yeah, I don't know. I don't have a script or anything, and this was really low quality, and I rushed through this because I felt like doing something instead of playing Roblox and being a fat person. So, yeah, that's why I made this video, and I do hope you enjoyed. However, I have a surprise for you guys. It's a little bonus thing. The best type of sleeping, and the best type of ways to sleep is when you are like super tired and you are really comfortable, and you just fall into your bed, you go to sleep immediately, have no dreams at all, you do not wake up in the middle of the night or anything, it's just straight sleep, and then you just wake up, and it's like, oh, I didn't even wake up too early, I didn't even wake up too late, I woke up at like the perfect time. I feel like that's the best type of sleeping, in my opinion. And yeah, the video is over now, so I hope you enjoyed. Bye!